Hey guys, how are you? Welcome back to Therapy with Miss T, where I'm Miss T and I have a message for someone, okay? So, as always, you have to pray on it, use your discernment, take it to the Most High, and that is how you'll know if it is for you, okay? But for someone, this message may or may not resonate, right? But if you've helped one, you've helped some. So, I hope that my message helps someone. And as always, I'm not a therapist, but if you need help, feel free to reach out to someone and get the help that it is that you need. I am intuitive and I pick up on energy and messages from the Most High, okay? So, yeah, guys, the Most High always brings me to like little movies, and it's so cute because it's movies, right? And it's childhood movies at that. So, it's cute, right? It's innocent. It's like you really think back to your innocent time when you were a kid or when you were a child or when you watched movies, right? But for someone, you are in the energy of the land before time, right? Now, do you remember the movie, The Land Before Time, right? And think of a sense in that movie or the title in itself, The Land, right? Before Time. So this means that this is a place that you are going to, or there's a place that you are about to be going to, or there's a place that you're headed to. And it's a place that maybe is before the actual times that you're in now, right? A place you've never been. A place that is distant, a place that is ancient, a place that is foreign to you, right? Because in a sense, guys, in the movie, if you can think back to if you ever saw the movie The Land Before Time, the original one, it said it came out in 1988, so that might be an important year for someone, but the original Land Before Time, right? And back when we were a kid, it was like about Littlefoot, I think his name was, and his mother had to tell him how to get to this place, this beautiful place that was heard of, kind of in a sense like the promised land, like this place that people had dreamed of, this place that people knew of. She had to tell him how to get to this place called the Great Valley, right? The Great Valley. You are getting to this place, and this place for you is the Great Valley. This place for you is the promised land. This is the place, and this is the place that you have dreamed of going. And along the way, on your journey to the Great Valley, you've also had some people that come along your path, right? But when you think about the dinosaurs in the movie, they were all different, right? They were all, some were long necks, some were little, like they were all different creatures coming together to go to the Great Valley. The Most High said you are in your land before time energy. You are going to this great place. You are going to the Great Valley. You are headed to this place where it's going to be a beautiful, serene setting, and it's something different than what you've known. Because in that movie, the dinosaurs were fighting against the enemy, the big dinosaur trying to take them out. They were going through landslides and volcanic ash, and all kind of stuff was going on in this movie. But despite all the traps and all the setups and all the things that could have gone wrong and that did go wrong, at the end of the day, they still made it to the Great Valley. They made it to the place that his mother had told him existed. That they didn't know how difficult the ride was going to be. They didn't know how hard it was going to be going along this journey in the land before time. They just knew they wanted to get to this place that was so-called miraculous because it was the Great Valley. It was this great place that the dinosaurs had dreamed of going, that they had to believe existed. And even along the journey, it got rough, right? It got rough for the little dinosaurs. It got rough. But they still overcame, and different dinosaurs became close with each other. Different dinosaurs became close. You are drawing in your crew. You are drawing in your circle. You are drawing in the ones that are meant to be on your life's path and your life's journey now. You are drawing these kind of people in, right? It's your vibration. Thank you, Spirit. It's your vibration. It's the level that you're vibing at now. You are going to this new place, and what's happening is you are uniting with people along the way that are meant to go to this Great Valley land as well, because all of the dinosaurs were trying to get to the Great Valley. They were on this journey, and these were little kids trying to find their way to this place that they had only dreamed of, they had only heard about, they had only imagined. You are going to get to that place that you've only dreamed of, that you've only imagined. That's mystical, that's beautiful, that's serene, that's peaceful. They were going to a peaceful place where they didn't have to worry so much about the enemy, right? Not that it doesn't exist, but you don't have to worry about it so much. So much, right? Like them, the land that they came from before they got to the Great Valley. The land before time. So you are headed to a new land. You are headed to a new place. You are going to this land before time now, but it's something that you maybe have dreamed of or people could only dream of. You are doing it. You are going. You are breaking through. Thank you, Spirit. You are breaking through. So just know around this time, guys, that for someone, you are headed to a new place. And this place may seem like it took you a long time to get there. It may seem like you had to go through some heavy things to get there. But you are still making it to the Great Valley. You are still making it to this place, like in a sense, the promised land. What was promised to you. What you believed existed. That is what is coming around this time. You are in your land before time energy. You have had to go through some difficult situations. You have had to overcome. But you are now going along your journey with people that are just like you to unite with you so that they too can get to this valley, so that they too can get to this place. There are others that are going to unite with you now, so that they can get to the land before time like you. You are going to the promised land. You are going to the place that after all the pain and after all the struggle and after all the obstacles and after all the delays and after all the tribulations and after all the trials and after all the tests and after all the difficulties, there's still a place. There's still peace. There's still a place of happiness that you can go to if you believe. They had to believe in that movie that the Great Valley existed. And then what happened? They finally stumbled across the Great Valley. Eventually, they made it. Took a long time, but they got to the Great Valley. They made it to the place that his mother had told him to go to before she gave herself for her son, right? The great place. You are going to the great place because you are in your land before time energy. You have gone on this journey. You have gone through this destination, and it was not easy, and it was rough, and there were enemies, and there were dinosaurs and other creatures trying to take you out every which way. But you are going to the place of peace now. You are going to the place of comfort now. You are going to the place of greatness now. The Great Valley, the promised land. You are going there. And for someone, just know, I know y'all, it's my eyelash. But for some of y'all, just know that you going to the promised land and you going to the Great Valley and you're going to succeed. Thank you, Spirit. You're going to succeed. You're going to overcome and you're going to make it. Despite how difficult it has been, you're going to make it. And for someone, the Most High said, yes, you are in that land before time energy. You are going through the struggle, the journey, the jungle, the difficulties, so that you can too get to the Great Valley. So maybe that movie is for someone. Maybe you have kids. Maybe your kids are watching it. Maybe you should watch it again, like when you were a kid, right? The Land Before Time, like that was the movie back in the day when I was a kid. But I don't know what these kids is watching now, but I know that was the movie when I was the kid. So maybe you should watch The Land Before Time again. But for someone, you are in the Land Before Time energy and you are going to make it to the Great Valley. But yes, you just have to make it through the difficulties, the obstructions, and everything else along the path and the way. But you will make it, right? This thing does exist. This happiness does exist. This peace does exist. This world does exist. This love does exist. This thing exists for you. You just have to stumble over it, across it, come across it, however. But when it's meant to come into fruition, it will arrive and show up on your path. You are uniting now with people that are like you because they too are trying to go to this great valley. They too are trying to go to this great place. And you will discover it at the right time. And just know that it exists because the Most High said you are in the land before time energy. So for someone, that might be your movie to watch, okay? Maybe you should watch The Land Before Time. But yeah, guys, that's the message. So I don't know who this message is for, but this is what the Most High said, okay? So yeah, for someone, you in your Land Before Time energy. So get ready because you are going to the Great Valley and you are going to the Promised Land and you are going to come across this thing that does exist that maybe you may have grown weary, but it exists and it exists for you. Meaning you can have this peace. You can go to this beautiful, magical, majestical place. You deserve it too, right? You can go. So just know that for someone around this time, you are about to be in your land before time energy and you are going to make it to the Great Valley, okay? That is what I got. That is what I got for you, okay? So until next time, and as always, guys, I appreciate each and every one of you for rocking and rolling with me, Miss T, on another episode of Therapy with Miss T, where we keep it real, raw, and uncut. But as always, I am not a therapist. I'm intuitive. I pick up on energy messages. You know, right? If you would like to book a personal reading with me, it is allthingsspiritual444.com. If you would like spiritual products, it is allthingsspiritual444.com. And as always, guys, I hope you are blessed, safe, and well. Stay prayed up in this crazy spiritual battles that we got going on. But yeah, just know that the Most High got your front, your back, and your side. And until next time, and as always, guys, what we tell them, guys, we tell them, namaste.